Welcome to Everything Currency. This is a show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host, Jay, and today I got a real special video for you guys. My first interview on this channel. You know, I had to bring you the guy, Mr. Kenzie himself, crypto and culture. You know what I mean? What's up with you, man?
Hey, what's up? What's going on? Thank you so much. Everything cryptocurrency. Thank you so for reaching out. But don't call, man. Why are you calling me that? You know who I am. You know who I mess with. I'm the Bitcoin baby daddy. That's who I do. That's what I do. I'm just playing with you guys.
The Bitcoin. Hey, my guy has the best intro in cryptocurrency right now. It's your Bitcoin baby daddy.
Here with another one.
Here with another one. Dropping a video every day or whenever I feel like it. Yo, I want to steal that so bad, but I can't. I was like, I'll be like, yo, you know, I drop videos every now and then, you know,
when I feel like it.
When I feel like it, you know. Don't expect me to be like, yeah, every day, twice a day, 5 times a day, you know, like.
But that's how you really gain. You have to compete with the YouTube audience, and you got to compete with the YouTube algorithm. That's what you got to do.
You got to play with the algorithm. They be sending you those emails like, you don't have to post every day. Stop lying. Like, stop
fucking lying. It's like, I know how this algorithm works. I've seen the truth.
Right. I've seen it. I see who's up there. I see who got close to 1 million, you know.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear none of that. But I'm good being low key. But actually, going back, thank you, because I feel like I'm about to start rambling on.
Yeah,
go ahead. I do that ish all the time, and I'm trying not to do that. But thank you so much for having me on your channel. You know, I've been watching your stuff. You hit me up, and I was like, ooh, and then I started looking at your channel. I'm like, oh, he's in the trenches. Oh God,
yeah.
He's like, oh Lord, he's in it too. Pray for me. Pray for us.
Yeah, that's the same thing, man. So how you feeling this dip right now? How you feeling this dip, man?
Oh, this dip, man. What's this dip looking like, dog? See, the thing is, like, so I know you've been in for a while, and everybody knows I've been in for a while.
Yeah.
And this dip don't mean nothing to me. Is it weird that this, like, it's significant? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just going, like, I got the chart in front of me, and I'm just looking at it, and it just looks like we about to hit like a 30% dip right now. Mm-hmm. We're actually under, what is it? We did a 29% dip, and now we struggling to keep up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've sat through worse. Right. That's the thing. I've sat through bigger dips, like frightening dips, bro. Yeah. Like scary dips.
Some scary dips.
3K dips. And you know what I did every time? I just said, F it, dog. I'm like, if it goes down, it goes down, dog. Whatever. And then a month later, oh, okay, it wasn't that bad. Right. Two months later, 3 months later, what dip?
Then you start thinking, I should have bought that dip. I should have put more in the pot on that dip. Like,
I get so mad.
It's like, hey, you ever just look back and just be like, man, if I would have just told my year ago self to just if I could just holler at him and be like, yo, you only finna buy everything. You finna buy $100 right now, you should probably buy 1,000.
And I'm sitting here telling myself, you know, next year me's gonna look at this and say, you ain't buy at 30K. Mm-hmm. You should have bought 2K. Man, you over here taking this girl out to lunch. that dinner. Did she give you something by the end of the night? You ain't even clap the cheeks at the end of the night.
You like, hold up. She just ordered the lobster, bro. That extra $30 could have been, you know.
Look, dog.
I could have bought some Cardano at 3 cents. You know, like.
I'm sitting here thinking, but I be telling myself quality of life. But the way I feel about this dip, bro, it's part of the. I remember I used to watch other people say it. Oh, it's just part of the course. Don't worry about it. We're gonna keep just dollar cost average, and you'll be all right. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, man, shut up, dog. That's because you've been in this bit for so long, and so you don't have to. These dips don't hurt you,
right? It's because you got hella money. It's because you balling already, like you know.
And now I'm sitting here looking at it like I don't got hella money. I still got a full-time job. You know what I'm saying? I don't got hella money, but this dip don't hurt as much.
Right.
Like I guess like I really could see us going back to 20K and I'll be like, hey, bro, throw it in. Throw whatever you
Throw
got
it
the
in.
house. Throw the house
Oh
in, bro.
yeah. If
Throw
it
the
goes back
house
down to
in,
20K, oh yeah, for sure. If it goes back down
bro.
to 20K, oh.
I'm taking out. This is very, very,
Is it bad?
very.
Is it bad that I was like, yo, they're talking about another COVID lockup? Like, I want to see this market go ahead and
Bro, we gotta stop. We can't. We can't. We over here begging for destruction
for
because we don't.
catastrophes. Begging for catastrophes for personal gain. All right, just kidding. I didn't say that.
Please, please, please,
Hey, my bad.
ravage the country for me,
Right.
God. But do something to ravage this country
Right.
so that we can get hyper Bitcoinization to come even faster.
Man,
Look, but yeah, this dip. At the end of the day, this dip is a dip. It's normal. It's part of the course. If not you specifically, but I'm talking to the audience. If you're looking at the price and you're stressed and you're worried, you're part of the reason why it's going down. Because
that's pretty
strong
true.
hands ain't selling nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
There are people who are taking profits. Traders are taking profits. You know, that's what they do. They trade. But these big drawn out sells, that's retail. That's FOMO people. That's like people saying, oh, 40K was it. It ain't going nowhere. Like they going on to the next move.
That's exactly what I was saying in the last live stream. I'm like, if you have the traders and stuff, when the bots kick in and those stop losses start hitting, you might see a small dip. But when you see one of these big dips like this is a lot of people like, oh, I got to get out. I got, somebody in the live stream was like, I bought at 39,000. Should I sell? And I'm like, why? Why? You thought it was going to go up. You might as well continue to think that.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's going like I try to really like it's weird with money. For people.
The psychology really gets you.
Yeah, the psychology is really against you when it comes to money. Because I could put that same person who said he wanted to sell, I could put that person in a grocery store and put red sale down 50%, this and that, and they'd go shopping on a shopping spree. They'd buy 50% off this. Right. I'm telling you, Bitcoin is 30% off from what is it, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And you don't want it? Nah, it might go lower. It might.
Yeah.
You don't want it?
Right.
Then it comes to 50% off. Man, it's gonna go lower, dog. Don't you see it's 50% off? Then it sits at 50 for a while.
Right.
They stop paying attention to it because it gets boring. Then it skyrockets. And they're like, man, it has to come back down to that point where it was settling off. And then they just get caught up in the psychology of it.
Right.
When all they should have did was just dollar cost average and buy some more.
And just held. That's what it's like on my channel too. It's like, even though I talk about a lot of altcoins all the time, I still tell people
as you should, because that's what people want to see.
Right. But at the same time, I still let it be known, like, yo, most of my portfolio is like Bitcoin, Ethereum, then altcoins. Like, like that's how you got to treat it, because at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not a maximalist, but like Bitcoin's running shit right now.
It was always that way. That's the thing. Bitcoin's always running shit.
Right.
Until the alts come time to play. And your little alt cousins want to come out and be like, yay! But they only come out to play until Bitcoin says, hey, bring your asses back inside.
Right. We're done. All right.
This is done. No, we want to play some more.
Nah.
Then you see blood in the streets.
Right.
Because Bitcoin had to come around and slap some coins around and say, no, we're done.
Yeah, we're done. We're all done. We're going to chill for a little bit. Wait till my next halving. I need to build up some more energy. And then we go.
I don't know about next halving, bro. Nah, they finna pump this again. I ain't trying to hear that.
Oh no. I'm not saying nah. Right now, I'm still I've been telling people on my channel, like, bro, put as much money into Bitcoin as possible right now, because if that whole trickle down into altcoin things is true, I can't help but just be excited about all the money that's going into Bitcoin, even if only a certain percentage of that trickles down. And the more goes in, then the higher that little percentage is going to be that trickles into the altcoins. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And not even that, but I don't know. I just feel like I be trying to tell people, and this is more of like, when they leave their coins on exchanges and stuff, because we were like before we started talking, we were talking about SIM cards hacks and all that stuff.
Right.
I want to get it. I want to get into. Well, we can get into talk on the camera, but
It's all good. Go
um,
ahead. I already made a video about it. I'll let people know.
oh, okay. So you already let people know what the SIM card hack happened, and I sit here and I be telling people like the reason why I don't leave my coins on exchanges, and I don't know how we even got here. The reason why I don't leave my coins on exchanges is not even for the SIM card hacks or not trusting the exchange to hold my money or things like that.
Right.
The main reason, and this is really how I feel about it. Main reason why I hold on to my coins on my own wallet is because that's less coins on the exchange that they're allowed to play with. Because unlike your money in the bank, they can just infinitely get that. But your Bitcoin that sit on the exchange, that's limited.
Right.
It's limited. So that means what happens when everybody just holds their own keys? How much of the price can they control?
Less,
if they don't have, you know
less.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That they control a lot less.
They can control a lot less of the price because they don't have much. They can't. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much they can fractionally reserve before on-chain data, which, it's a blessing and a curse.
Right.
But on-chain data literally shows Coinbase doesn't have enough. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody started trying to take their Bitcoin out right now.
Oh, so wait, Coinbase is on fractional reserve?
Oh, yeah. It's been that way.
Oh,
for
damn.
the longest.
I mean, I don't hold money on Coinbase, but you guys hear that, people? If you don't know what fractional reserve is, that means that they don't have to hold everything that you think you have in that account. So if everybody went to the bank or to Coinbase at one time and say, hey, I want to withdraw my Bitcoin, they would run out way before they had enough to pay everybody.
Because they don't really have it.
Right.
They think about this. Michael Saylor, he's been big for the past quarter, for the past 4 months. That's all people been talking about. Michael Saylor, this champion, the guy that came out of nowhere and punched our bags. We'll see how long that lasts. Sorry.
Yeah.
But even he didn't leave his coins on Coinbase. He let people know, I bought it on Coinbase. This is when I bought it. All this and that. And he said, yeah, and then we immediately took it off of Coinbase right after.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Because even they know, we're not playing with you guys either. We're good,
no.
But we gonna use you guys for what we need to.
Right.
We're not playing with it. We ain't playing these games.
Right. There's already proof of that. I don't know if you heard about the whole. It happened like a little while ago, but it was like, Binance has their soft staking program where you leave your coins on the exchange and then they stake it for you, right? But what that does is now you got 1 million people staking all these coins on the exchange, giving Binance all the voting power. So people were complaining that, like, I think it's still that way, like on Tron or something like that, like Binance has the #1 vote because they have the most staking power, and it ain't even really their staking power. Like, people don't know that their Tron is being used for governance and other, you know what I mean? So
that's exactly that's one of the biggest problems that nobody talks about.
Yeah. Especially
when it comes to these governance tokens, because you have to think about it. These exchanges, they realize that their model, like this is the thing when it comes to crypto. The whole point of crypto is to decentralize the banking system, right?
Right.
Decentralize the whole financial system, because what they do is so corrupt that people at the bottom can't survive, and they can't build a life. They have to be in debt for the rest of their lives and stress and have horrible marriages and blah 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 blah
blah blah blah. Yeah.
And so crypto was made to decentralize that whole process and whatnot. Don't you think these exchanges that model the traditional financial system, didn't they think that crypto was gonna disrupt them first?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they're supposed to disrupt the financial system, well, this financial system that's replicated just by the entry, just by Coinbase and Binance, just for people to get in and out of crypto,
right.
The gatekeepers. Didn't you guys think you guys were going to be the first to get disrupted? And so what are they doing? That's one of their, I feel like that's one of their tactics. Because one, they gotta always add new coins, because people are always on the drunk hype for what's the new coin that's gonna pop, what's the new candy, whatever.
Oh, Coinbase has a new feature coming. I don't know if you heard, where they're trying to make it more Uniswap like.
Good.
They're trying to
have
make
no
it so you can just kind
no
of
one's gonna use it. When I say no one, I mean nobody in crypto right now is gonna use it. Newbies will use it because they don't know any better.
right.
But I'd never use it. I don't even use the Coinbase wallet, bro. The
Yeah, no, I
Coinbase
don't use the
exchange is the
Coinbase wallet
only.
either. No.
If I like no, like hell
Whoa.
no, I'm not using the
Why?
Coinbase wallet. Something tells me that I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe you
They're
guys.
just like, oh, this is our decentralized version of our. No, Binance too. Like, this is our decentralized version. No, it's not. Stop.
Man,
Stop it.
shut. But yeah, so
No.
with the whole governance thing, I feel like they collecting coins because they know that if these governance tokens are supposed to give us the rights to make voting changes on the protocols, wouldn't it just behoove exchanges to hold as many governance tokens as possible?
Right,
So
as
that
they
way,
can.
if any vote happens, they can, pretty much say if anything that happens to like Uniswap, from what I hear, and this is just me watching people on Twitter, devs and whatever on Twitter.
Yeah.
Nobody can make a proposal on Uniswap. The only people that, because you have to have at least like 1% of the supply to make a proposal on Uniswap, right?
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. To make a proposal.
That takes the decentralization away.
So only so at the time when I read the article, there was only like Binance was the only person that was able to make a choice, that was able to make because of how many coins they had.
How many coins they have on the exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Because they use them coins on the exchange like, hey, this is our wallet. This is, at
the end of the day, it's their wallet.
It is. It's not your wallet. You nacho keys, nacho cheese, to quote Mr. Zay. You know what I'm saying?
And we over here demonizing Binance for it, but at the end of the day, Binance is doing exactly what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. That's true.
This is our wallet, and you keep your wallet, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's in the terms what you're allowing us to do. So
like we literally show you, we tell you, click here if you allow. And the thing is,
right?
Yeah, it's kind of scammy, it's kind of whatever, but that's the person's fault. That's the person's fault for getting into something they don't understand, not reading the terms of service, but not understanding crypto and not understanding like the whole point you left, the system you left. And this is just me, but the whole point you left the system you left was to come make some money. That's just the truth. You saw the prices going up and you came to make some money.
Damn true.
I'm not gonna lie. I did the same thing. You get
people
it?
People try to act like they're bigger than that, but I'll just throw that out there all the time. Everybody, like, you came into this market to make money. So
to make money, and you came to this market to make money. But one of the first principles about this market is owning your own money. And you don't want to do it. You want to take a shortcut because it's so easy. Mm-hmm. And that shortcut, that easiness is what's going to make you lose all your money. And being dumb and stupid at the same time, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
But going back to the whole money, going back to the reason why you got into this market to make money. This is my thing when people try to act better than, oh, I'm here for the technology. Shut up.
Shut
up. You want to know why? This technology, the very first thing people did with it was make money.
That's it.
So it's forever going to be rooted in money. Yeah, the technology is amazing. Right. Great.
It's a financial tech.
I can't be mad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's money. Like, it's money. So when people come here to make money, yes, I hold my coins so that way I know that I'm going to have more money in the future.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to demonize me. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to demonize me.
And some people, and if you're new, like, new people be feeling bad about it. New people be like, oh man, I need to go and learn how to code because don't listen to all those folks, man. They came here to make money too.
Yeah, but I will tell people, definitely go learn how to code.
Oh yeah, do learn how to code because that's going to be the new everything.
Everything, but not even that. I've got a coworker. He's the lead dev at my job, right? Mm-hmm. He's the lead dev at my job. And I'm in the crypto. I've been told him I was in the crypto. He's in the crypto too. He's been in the crypto. He was mining back in 2016 and stuff like that. Like, he's big into crypto.
Yeah.
He's been learning how to he's learning how to write smart contracts, but he's like, oh, I can read all this stuff. Yeah, look at the contract. I understand everything this thing's supposed to do without even trying to. I don't need their Medium articles talking about what they're trying to do. Right. I don't need this, and that. Literally, I can look up the code and read it, and I understand it because I can code. And the crazy thing is, he was telling me about this story about how he had another friend who built a smart contract and made it and didn't put any like information out there. He didn't promote it or anything. He just kind of just said, here, look at it, tell me what you think. And nowhere in any social media was the information that the code was able to be used. But if you were a coder, you would know that it was able to be used. And so what he was doing was he was farming. He was essentially farming at the time. Mm-hmm. But nobody knew the smart contract was working already. Like you can put the smart contract and you could see it, whatever, but nobody knew it was working yet. Yeah. And he knew it was working because he was like, oh, wait. He was reading the code and it says, nah, it's operational. And he started using it and he started farming really, really early before any website user interface was created, before all this other stuff, because regular people just don't know. We don't know how to read this. And so he can see if they put like something wonky in it, all these kinds of things. So learn how to code. Yeah, learn how to code, like he has a stupid advantage when it comes to all this stuff, especially DeFi.
Yeah, when it comes to that, like in the whole DeFi summer where, we all got kind of dragged into that whole DJing game and start trying to take advantage of those gains. But, luckily, like in my Telegram group, I had like one dude in there who was a coder and he was able to tell us like, yo, people were like, hey, check out the code. He was able to look at it. Yo, they got a mint function in this contract. They got a, expand the supply function or something like that. But letting us know, yo, don't be playing with these ones. And just by looking at the code, so I'm like, yeah, you definitely have an advantage from looking at the code.
Advantage, full-blown advantage. Sometimes I be thinking, man, this market ain't for us. It ain't for us regular people, bro.
I'm like, no. You gotta guess. Like sometimes you go to the website and they're like revolutionary, and it's a block of code right there, and you're like, who are y'all partners? Like,
no, but this thing is, I don't even, especially with like this DeFi stuff, I don't even care about what partners you got. Like, I've been in this bit for like 3+ years now, and I've been through the whole, who's they partners? Are they reputable? This and that. Do you know how many hundreds of projects got like Coinbase Ventures or Binance or another big venture firm? Yeah. Ain't nobody talking about them. Right. They're not, all these DeFi coins, they like, some of them just popped up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them just popped up.
A lot of them just popped up, a good
lot of them made a lot of people a lot of money without any Coinbase Ventures, without any backing, without any all this.
Right.
So that's how I feel about it. Because like I said, I've been in space for a while, so I already know like that's I'm not gonna say that's a game, but when I see those kind of partnerships, they don't really faze me. That kind of, you know what I'm saying? I don't really like. I don't try to pay attention to that because I'm like, I don't care who you partnered with. You're not going. That's not gonna. It doesn't make me feel safer putting my money in here just because you got Coinbase Ventures partners here.
Oh yeah.
I don't trust Coinbase either.
Right. No, if something bad happens, then you're just gonna get a letter from Coinbase saying we're sorry.
Things didn't work. They're not sending nothing. They're not sending nothing, dog. They don't even care.
They're just like whatever. So man, like we were talking about before we started talking, I wanted you to tell me this story first. Subscribers, my folks, my peoples. This man right here was the first person I ever seen talking about YFI, and that thing literally became the DeFi gem of the century and had multiple clones that made multiple people millionaires. You know what I mean? Like it just took off, man. So tell me that story, man, because I've been dying to hear this story about how you even found it.
All right, so I never told. What is it? I'm thinking of like what is it? What is it? Hold on, give me 2 seconds. What is it called? Do you remember like not hot new hip hop, but you remember all the old southern like DJs, and every time a new song would come out, what's that new song? That hot shit.
Oh yeah.
You remember that? I was
Exclusive. You know. Canon. Yeah.
My age is showing. But I was about to do that because y'all about to get the exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Where'd he get this?
Where'd you get this?
Hotnewhiphop.com.
That's hella funny.
But so back to the story. So at the time when it was DeFi summer, there were already signs of coins starting to pop off, like slowly but surely. Mm-hmm. I was already getting the feeling like, no, it's risk taking season. And so I started digging through.
What made you feel like that? Because I didn't really feel like that until after I didn't seen it. I seen, somebody in my Telegram group was like, oh yeah, 2x on a day. What a measly day. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? That's when he let me in on the whole thing. And I was like, oh, okay. Because my coins were popping off, but they were slowly popping off. I was
like, you know what I'm saying? Like you'd have like a good, like, so it was when I was making a Kyber video, right? Yeah. I was making a Kyber video and I put it out because Kyber staking was coming. So I put out the Kyber staking video, right? And I saw how many views I got from that Kyber staking video. And at the time, Kyber was blowing up too. Like, of course, and this is how you know this was early in DeFi summer, because Kyber was blowing up.
It's like the first one.
You know what I'm saying? So Kyber was blowing up. I saw people like, I got so many views. And I think to this day, it's one of the most viewed videos on my channel. And I told myself, oh no, it's greed season. People are actually paying attention. Mm-hmm. Like, people are getting hype over this little Kyber video.
Right.
So I started digging into some stuff. I started, but I really didn't know who to follow yet. I didn't know who to, like, I was following some devs, but it was like, whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I was on Uniswap. I was looking at stuff. I was looking at this, looking at that. And then what was it? It was somebody who posted something on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And then after he posted something on Twitter, I was looking at a YouTube. There you go. I was looking at a YouTube video, and I think it was box mining, but I don't know if it was box mining. But I think it was box mining, and he was talking about how this new coin just made 100% in a day, 1,000% in a day, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And then it was the coin that I was looking at. I'm like, okay, what is this Wi-Fi thing? And so I looked at it, and I was like, and I knew nothing about it. But what I did know is if of course it had a nice little pop off to like 1,000, right? Yeah. It was like, I forget what the initial one was. I gotta look it up because I remember how to shit. And I don't even think CoinGecko even has like the price feed from like day. Of course,
day one.
Of course. Let me see if I can get like. Yeah, and so it was July. And Wi-Fi had popped up to like 1,000 something, like almost 2,000, right?
Right.
And I just waited, and I'm like, and that was literally during the hype, because people are talking about it went from $50 to 1,000 in like a couple of days, and I'm like, what's the hype about this thing?
Right.
And then I watched it go back down to $800, and I told myself, so this is usually because I've been in this space for a while, so I'm like. All right, so now that that first initial video came up and like the hype around it died and it sold off a little bit, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a risk. Now that nobody's talking about it, let me go ahead and throw me a bag in here. And of course, I'm looking at everything. I'm like looking at the site. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't really know what this is. No clue.
That's what turned me away from it. I went to the site. I had no clue what the hell was going on.
I had no clue. And
that's what made me miss it.
And this is, I'm like, you know what? Even though I don't understand this yet, drop. And I dropped a couple coins on that bit. And I'm saying I'm gonna just sit on it. And by this point, by the time that I bought some coins, I had already like did like the whole dig deep down the rabbit hole for Wi-Fi. Like I was just like looking through it, but I really wasn't using a smart contract yet because I told myself a lot of the time you don't really need to use whatever coin smart contract when you can just hold on to the coin and it's going to pop.
Right.
And so I held, bro. I just held. And next thing you know, more and more articles started coming out about Wi-Fi. Next thing you know, but what really hit me was that it was different.
Right.
It had
something different.
Very like every other, like this is the worst part. Everybody else was like, it only has 30,000 coins. Mm-hmm. Nobody's going to want to buy that. It's so high in price. You have to buy a coin that has a lot of supply with a small number because then you can get the investor biased or, you know, whatever they call it. Like nobody wants to buy a high price. That's why Bitcoin.
That's what happens. That's what happens with the altcoins that people
because
get in. They're like, I don't want to
to
buy a Bitcoin. I'd rather buy some Litecoin or
you know,
Bitcoin Cash or something.
Might go to X Moon price.
Yeah.
And so I sat there and I'm like, so nobody wants to buy this thing because it looks like it's too high. Mm-hmm. And they're thinking, well, no one else is going to buy it. So everyone's literally against this. Let me buy some more, especially in crypto. When people are against something and they're fudding something, look into it.
Look into it. Yeah. Double check the resources and everything. Like,
because when everybody was talking that they weren't going to buy it, I'm like, all right, say less. Let me get some more. And I literally just watched as more articles came out. And I just told myself, I think it was, and I'm not even trying to brag. When it hit, because I got in at like literally at like $1,000. Mm-hmm. When it went to $4,000, and it came back down to like $2,000, and it never went back to $1,000. Oh, I told myself I ain't never selling. I don't need to sell. Right. It's never going to go back to the price that I bought it at.
Right.
It's never going to go back to the price I bought it at.
Yeah.
And so, and I literally sat there I'm not going to lie to you, that the next month to 2 months after, I think were like one of the worst times in crypto for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't moving. It wasn't doing nothing.
No, it was moving every day.
Oh, it was going up every day.
It was going up every day. And I kept telling myself, is this the top? Is this the top? And so I'm not gonna lie. I remember selling at even numbers, bro. I remember selling at even numbers. I remember selling around 4,000.
So were you selling like little pieces at a time or okay?
No, I would sell the whole thing. This is the worst. I'd sell the whole thing, wait, and then buy it all back up.
Okay.
And it was going back because I was watching, like I use Zapperfy and Zerion to track my wallets.
Yeah.
And no, I did not say anything. That's scary.
Hey, my team be doing that too. They be listening. I'll be like,
did you So I went back and looked at all my transactions, and literally, you know the meme how people say you're gonna sell at the bottom and buy the tops?
Yeah.
That's literally what I did with Wi-Fi. I literally sold like bottoms where I thought it was gonna crash, and then bought back at tops when they like. And I'm over here looking at, and I was thinking I was selling tops and buying bottoms, and I was doing the complete opposite.
Oh, damn.
But it finally reached a point when it hit like 10,000. I'm like, okay, now I'm just waiting on exchange listings. Because at that point I was like, exchanges are going to happen. They're going to have to happen because there's too much hype around this. There's too much in the news. Next thing you know, Binance listed it. Next thing you know, because at the time it was listed on nothing. It was only on Uniswap.
Only on Uniswap, yeah.
That was the only place you could get it.
Yeah.
And then I was just saying, what happens when this gets listed on Binance? What happens when this gets listed on XYZ exchange?
With that low supply, with that low supply.
They're going to have to buy a bag just to get it.
Right.
Man. Say less, dog. Going
in, huh?
So, but that's the thing. I try to tell people like, no, I didn't know what I was getting into when I first bought Wi-Fi. I straight up. What's the meme? The meme is you ape into a project. Though I'm not gonna use it because at the end of the day I'm black, bro. I'm not gonna be out here we aping into project. Like fuck that. No, I'm not. You're not gonna act. You're not gonna catch me out here acting like Caesar for you guys. Please.
Aping into a project.
Nah, but that's exactly what I did, and I didn't know what I was doing. It wasn't until after the fact that I actually started using the smart contract, and that's when I used the governance contract for the first time on Wi-Fi. I didn't know that there was a 3-day lockup period. So when I tried to take my coins out of the smart contract, it said error, and I'm like, oh shit. And this is after I made the video. I'm like, I just promoted a scam. Oh God. And I was ready, bro. I was ready to delete my Wi-Fi video. I was ready to delete it. I was like, I can't take my money out the smart contract. They got me. Dang. And I told people to buy this. Oh man. Well, I ain't told nobody to buy this. This ain't financial advice.
Yeah, ain't never financial advice. You know what I mean?
And I was losing it. But then I went through their Discord. I went through all their forums. Yeah. And I did exactly what we tell people to do all the time.
Right.
Do your own research.
That was a smart move. Make sure before you make that emotional decision of like, just do your research real quick. Dig in.
And I digged in, bro. And I found out there's a time lock. If you put your coins in the smart contract and to make a vote, you have to keep your coins in the smart contract for 3 days. And then you're allowed to take them out the smart contract.
Okay.
People don't like buy the coin, vote, and then sell the coin type stuff.
Oh yeah. It makes sense.
But that was early days. Now the governance contract don't even do that anymore.
It doesn't lock up anymore.
And recently they've been talking about minting more coins.
Yeah, I heard about that. There's supposed to be a proposal about minting more coins on there.
It goes to show you, dog. Like just the gimmick of having 30,000 coins, that don't mean nothing.
That was just a gimmick for sure. I mean, because the community could vote on it. I don't know if the community will vote on it, but I think I saw an interview with, or I heard an interview, it was like on a podcast or something with Andre, and he was saying that like it might need more coins for it to work, or the price might have to go down for the contract to continue to work how he would want it to work.
Yeah. And so look, he even tripping. Right. Look, but what I remember a couple of months back, I remember hearing about how they burned the minting contract or burned the minting keys.
Yeah.
And that was spreading around like wildfire, and I never got it confirmed. But now the fact that they're trying to mint, I'm like, oh wow. So was that just a rumor? Because they had articles like, Medium, everybody had articles talking about how like, oh, they burned the minting contract, so there's only going to be 30 ever. Now they're talking about minting more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think it goes to, and this is more like the Bitcoin maximalists.
Yeah, I was about to say that that gives me whenever we start talking about that, it gives me my Bitcoin maxi argument.
That every time. Because Bitcoin maxis always said, oh, you think they going to stay at 30K? Watch. They going to mint some more. Because once you have that power, you can't let it go.
Right.
And then once they started talking about it, I'm like, oh, they right. They were 100% right. They put a mint some more tokens.
What people don't understand is that, there could be a multi-sig wallet, but if there could be governance, if there's an agreement to mint more tokens, then there's more. It don't matter if they burnt the minting keys. Like they have access to the contract. It's software. They can update the software, do what they have to do, and make it happen. You know what I mean? Like, and
make it happen, not, or just copy the smart contract and fork it and make a whole token. That's the real token. This old token ain't the token no more. The real token.
I hate that. I honestly like that. That junk to me is like, come on. When I'm into a project and then they do something like that, even if it's a good project, I'm just like, I get it. You got hacked for like 2 million, but come on now. You just go. So you telling me you can just. Guess what, you guys? That money that y'all had, it ain't really mean that no more. We just take the new one though, swap it out,
and it go like this is.
Then I gotta pay gas fees to swap it out.
that was my experience with Wi-Fi. People try to think, oh, you are a gem hunter. No, I'm not a gem hunter, bro.
Yeah,
I got lucky. But I'm not gonna say I got lucky for finding Wi-Fi, because if I wasn't in crypto, if I didn't have my ears to the street, if I didn't know it was time to take a risk, I wouldn't have taken the risk.
Right. Exactly.
So I didn't get lucky. I got lucky it was Wi-Fi. It could have been any
It could have been,
token, you know, it could have been any DJ, nothing. But I think when people started forking Wi-Fi, I was like, I'm chilling, dog.
Yeah, when I was seeing YFFI and FFIII, I was like, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah,
like, what's up with YDFI? I'm like, man.
Wi-Fi link-fi. What?
Yeah. Link Bitcoin Fi. It's going to $1 million. I'm like, all right. And then it was like the max supply is 500. Like, come on now, y'all.
Bro, but Wi-Fi literally started that trend of, and once I saw that, I'm like, all right, I ain't selling nothing. I'm chilling. But
Wi-Fi to 100K or what?
Wi-Fi to 100K? I don't know anymore.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know how to do price predictions anymore. This market is too crazy.
It's too crazy, but that's what people want to see.
Yeah.
They want to see that they look. Anybody making price predictions, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't. Yeah. Nobody knows where this is going. We can use the stock to flow model. We could do this, and that. We can find this. All that stuff is cute.
It's all for fun.
But it's all for fun. It's all to generate people to come in. And once you detach yourself from that and understand that, you're good. You know what I'm saying? You're good.
Yeah.
So that's how I felt. That's how I got into Wi-Fi. I aped in. I'm trying not to say that anymore because you're not gonna have me out here looking crazy. But rode it, sold some on the way, bought some more, sold some on the way. Now it's definitely still part of my portfolio. Yeah. But at one point, it blew everything out of my
topped everything.
I put a certain amount of money in, and literally it was my number one coin for months because that's how much gains it was doing. And I was like, whoa, I need to sell some of this off.
Yeah.
I have to.
I have too much.
But no, not even that. It was what I was saying, it was the worst time for me in crypto. I just kept watching the prices. It was terrible.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what, I had my pumper, the DOS, I had that thing pumping in it, and it went from, I think 0.003 cents to 3 cents like that. So it was just like, wait, what? Hold on. This has to come back down. And it just kept moving. And I'm looking at the price like, should I sell some? Should I buy some other tokens? What if I miss out? I'm over here. I'm showing my girl like, look. She's like, sell it so we can go on vacation. I'm like, nah, man, it's gonna go up.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I'm single.
Oh man, I mean, my ex now, because we just had a little breakup, but at the same time, yeah, I was like, nah, no. You hear me making these videos, you see what's going on, this thing goes like that,
Mm-hmm. But that's just how it is, bro. But I'm so glad I'm single right now because I don't know what kind of danger a woman would put me in right now. Because if I'm nowhere, one. Look, I am nowhere near a crypto millionaire. I'm not a whale. I'm not a dolphin. Shit, I'm not even be a fish.
What's the guppies? The little guppies or the tadpoles?
You know what I'm saying? I'm a guppy. I think I'm just a little algae on the guppy. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know how much money people have in this space? I'm like,
no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a guppy on the guppy type shit.
Right.
But if I had a girl and she saw the kind of money that was here, I'm like, boy, she'd have me spending.
Oh yeah.
She'd have me spending, dog.
You ain't buying no Birkin bags?
What is it? Spades Cade. What is that? Spades Cade?
Oh, Kate Spade.
Kate Spade?
Yeah.
Is that the right one? Is that the bag?
That's the bag. Which one is it?
Bruh. Yeah, Kate Spade. Forget you, Kate Spade, dog. Because I'm not even for to hold you, dog. I had someone try to get me to buy.
No.
Kate Spade. I was like, man, it's Kate
What the
Spade.
Kate Spade go for? What the Kate
Like,
Spade go for?
bruh. If I look at a Kate Spade
A
bag right
Bitcoin?
now,
They want a Bitcoin for it?
bruh, the cheap ones that look like a freaking pocket watch, $250.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
Don't let me
For
go
you
to
to
the
hold
shoulder.
it, for you to hold 4 quarters, you want to spend $250?
Nah, but she wanted me to get the shoes and the
The
belt.
shoes?
Bro, the shoes, what was it? Nah. I gotta find the sandals.
But you a YouTuber. I know you getting money. What
Shut up.
that
I don't
crypto
got
doing? What that crypto doing?
not a damn thing for you,
You be
dog.
like, nah,
Not a damn
you
thing.
ain't got in? You ain't got in?
Look, you I don't think you understand, man. I was here sleeping. Like, so this can go into my story of how I started.
Yeah.
I went through a lot of stuff when I first got into crypto, bro. Because I
Yeah.
tell people, like, I tell my story all the time. I got in at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we still crashing. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm looking at this right now. We still
Bro,
the
savagery.
we still solidifying this dip.
Bro, we're under 30K. Oh, people gonna lose their minds. They
Oh,
gonna
where
lose
we
their
at?
minds.
Oh no, we at 26. Ooh.
Oh, we at 26 already?
Yeah, I got
like
the
we need to
chart.
buy
I got
some
the chart up
dips.
right here. Hold up. Hey, I pulled up that fib though, and it's
Where's it
hitting.
at?
It's hitting like the 382.
Mm.
It's hitting like the 382. Wait, hold on.
Honestly, you said we at 26?
Yeah.
On what chart?
Oh wait, never mind. I'm looking at Wi-Fi. I'm tripping. Oh, okay. Bro, I was finna be like, hey, all right, stream over, guys. Gotta go by. You know? Okay, yeah. No, we had 29. Okay, we had 29.
Yeah. I'm looking, bro, to be honest with you, I'm looking at 26.
The bottom of that little wick on this other chart, I'm thinking at that one, like 26,800 probably.
Yeah, 26,800. I'm looking at 26,800 and I'm looking at 23. Those are the two spots. And then so 26 doesn't hold, we go into 23. If 23 doesn't hold, we going back to 20, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, we got it. Honestly, Dow Theory says we gotta hold around 26 to we gotta hold 26. If we don't hold 26, that was a fake out. That was we going back to what's the 618 is at 20.
Wait for the FUD articles. Wait till people start calling.
You don't think people's catching on to that yet? Well, the noobs is still catching. Oh, it's going to zero.
But here's the crazy thing. That's where we make the most of our money.
Mm-hmm.
We get most of our money we make come from people who don't know what they're doing, and they get into the market thinking that it's over, and buy something that they have no clue what it does, and they pump your bags. You can sell, and they become bag holders.
That's true, because you know what? I have friends hit me up and they don't give a shit. They're just like, oh, you're in crypto? Oh, what should I buy? And I got this much money. I'm like, I could pump any bag I want. I could be how much you gonna spend? All right, throw it in this coin.
And pray.
Right. But I ain't trying to do all that, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't trying to get in trouble with the SEC.
Right.
I ain't trying to hear all that.
Like you see me on my channel every day just spitting about something I'm excited about. That's it.
And right now what is it? So now that we're dropping, this is the perfect time to put out a Bitcoin's going to zero video, and everybody finna come watch that.
Finna watch that video for you,
bro. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, and then you know what? It's kind of crazy too, because that plays kind of a little bit of a say in what happens in the market now. Because you got some of these big channels I've seen it. Some of these big channels have the ability to pump coins.
Oh yeah,
and they do it. I ain't gonna name none of them, but you can tell there's a couple of them out there that be like, let me find this little Uniswap gem and pump this baby tomorrow and take my 50% or whatever.
And that's just how early we are. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That a YouTuber with 100,000 subscribers,
Right.
maybe 200,000, 300,000 subscribers, can pump a coin because that's how illiquid the coin is.
Right.
Someone could say something about a coin, and within minutes, the price starts skyrocketing because everyone's jumping on Uniswap.
Right.
Bye, 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 bye.
Bye. Set
Gotta get in.
notifications. Set notifications for so and so's video. You know, I'm like,
Bye,
dang.
bye. But people don't get it. When that happens, you do know you're not the first to get it. Like, of course they got it first.
You're never gonna catch the bottom. You're never gonna catch.
You're never gonna catch, and like,
don't even try to catch the bottom. It ain't gonna happen.
If you're buying a coin after someone talks about it on YouTube, just know that you're buying it after them, because they wouldn't have made least. They wouldn't, the very least. And you know what I'm saying? And who else did they tell? Right. Who else did they like? Do they have a Telegram community? Did they put it in their Telegram community?
Right.
How many whales are in that? Because if they're a big YouTuber, they got a big following.
Big following, yeah.
And so that's the only thing that I like. And you know, some people, they can do it. Some people do it without knowing. Some people do it on purpose. Yeah. But I wouldn't do that on purpose on YouTube.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't do that on purpose. That's asking for some trouble right there.
That's asking for some trouble. But at the end of the day, yeah, a lot of big YouTubers, they have a lot of power because this space is so small. And the whole crypto YouTube space is so small. Like, think about it. We don't have one dedicated crypto YouTuber that has, and I'm not talking about I talk about finances and I talk about this and I talk about that and I talk some crypto too. I'm talking about full-blown dedicated crypto channels that only talk about crypto for the most part with over 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, we don't.
That's not like we're not even close.
That's like a small fry number too. Like, it sounds like a lot, but it's like, dude, you got people who literally just record their cat with 1 million. You know what I mean?
Million subscribers, and people come to watch it.
Watch it and sit there and watch it live stream. Here's a live stream of my cat in a kennel, you know, and they got people watching it. Like,
doing this.
We don't even have nothing like that in crypto yet.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's how early we are. And people don't get that, bro. And so I'm like, we'll don't worry. What's the meme? I don't like using it because it sounds so disrespectful. Have fun staying poor.
Have fun.
I don't like using it, bro.
Have fun staying poor.
I don't like saying it, dog. Have fun staying poor, dog. Stay over there because this ain't for everybody.
I hate when people use that on me though. Like, when it don't even make sense. I'm just like, yo, check out this coin. They're just like, you don't like Chainlink? Have fun staying poor. I'm like,
okay. All right. How you mad that I didn't FOMO into something that you bought?
Right. And how you know I don't got Chainlink? Why I can't have 2 different coins?
No, you need to have chain. You stupid. You don't know how to invest in crypto.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here, dog. Look, I'm not gonna like people.
Bro, I had somebody come to me, yo, help me out with this crypto thing. Help me out, yo. Ask me how I felt about XRP. I told him, and you don't know shit about crypto. I'm like, why'd you come to me then?
Why'd you come to me? Why are we doing this? Like, we don't even got to do this, bro.
Why you call me, bro? I could have been minding my own business.
We got to do this. We don't even got to be here.
We got to go that route. Yeah, so I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I know you got to get up out of here soon. I'm going ahead and wrap this thing up. Anything you want to say to the people before we get out?
First of all, I know we didn't I know we jumped around and just had a full conversation, but that's the good. Like, at least I can have a conversation with someone in crypto who understands crypto. You know what I'm saying? Someone who understands crypto.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's fun helping new people and showing them the basics and all that. But when you're talking to somebody who's been in the trenches, I know you're looking at wise. I've seen you in that wise.
Right.
You know
that wise token, yeah. What you think about the wise token for? Because I got a lot of people who are into the wise token. I was just kind of iffy about it, but to be honest, like, I still went and got some because I've been in the game long enough to know it's.
It's just like Hex, and I'm not gonna lie. People who got into Hex when everybody said Hex was a scam, the people who got into Hex, they made up what? They made 1,000. They made a killing off of
They made a
Hex.
killing. It actually it was a top performer. Like
It was, look, and
it
it
was a
might do
top
it again
performer.
too. Just to
Yeah.
be honest, it might. And I think I don't have no Hex. I don't. When I saw what happened to Hex after everyone called it a scam, and it's still running to this day.
Mhm.
No rug pulls, no hacks, no nothing. It's
Yeah.
just running.
Right.
That's when I knew. All right, cool. I can't listen to what nobody say.
Right.
Do your own research, straight
Do
up. And
your own research.
that's one thing I can tell people. Do your own research. Look at the Telegram groups. Look at the Discord groups. Look at the Medium. Check, are they active? Are there does people actually care?
That's
Do
the
you
main thing that people
understand
don't
the
get
data?
either. Like if the community, if they have a good going community and the community cares, like that's a
That's all you
good
need.
sign. That's the sign right there. Like if the community believes in it, that's a
Done.
pretty good sign. It's a good token.
But my thing is, the only problem with the code community, as prices go up, every community's happy because every coin's going up. I
Yeah.
want to see you hold a community in a bear market.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Exactly.
very few coins held a community on the bear market. But one of the biggest ones, Chainlink.
Chainlink for sure. They held
Chainlink
a
had the
community for
Chainlink had
sure.
the biggest community in the bear market.
Well, Chainlink was pumping a lot of the bear market. Everybody was like, I'm bored. And then Chainlink was like, okay, here goes some gains here. Once everybody figured out what it was the first of its kind. Everybody's like, yo, it's just like, the GTRs right now, or the, what is it? Parsec, or those coins that are pumping right now. It's like, they're the first of their kind, so.
But that's what pumped, just like Wi-Fi. It
Right.
was the first of its kind.
Right.
And it got forked like crazy.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
at the end of the day, it is what it is. But that's the one thing I would definitely tell your audience. Do your own research. Don't get frustrated. I know we're talking about a lot about prices. Man, if you believe it's gonna go back up, it's gonna go back up. And I can't tell you, I don't know when it's gonna go back up, but it's gonna go back up. If you're worried about how much you have now, wait till you buy some more and double it. Wait till it goes down to 20K and you buy some more. You know what I'm saying? Like just dollar cost average, be courteous. This ain't financial advice. I can't tell you what to do, but with my experience and what I've done over the years, all I did was when the price goes down or when the price goes up, I don't care. I'm putting it away because I know where my price target is.
Right.
People are getting into Bitcoin and don't know when they're going to sell.
You got to know when you're going to sell. I'll be saying that.
You got to know when you're going to sell.
You got to know, because when you get to that number, trust me, you're going to have a hard time. But
that's the thing. People bought in at 40K, but they didn't know when to sell.
Right.
Because they went in not knowing, like they went in not having a plan. They went in saying, I'm going to sell it when it doubles. It crashes 50%. Man, I'm selling it now. But
right.
I thought you were going to sell it when it doubles. It didn't double. How long you think it was going to take?
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Well, it got here in what? It doubled in a month.
Yeah.
And so in 5 days, in 2 weeks, it crashes. It doubles in a month. In 2 weeks, it crashes. And you trying to say you selling it now because it's not doing it again. You're not like, it's not for everybody, bro.
Right, yeah, it's definitely not for everybody, bro. There's like I said in a tweet one time, I was like, there's some people who I was telling to get in at 3K who got out. They got out the market at 20K, and I'm not doing this no more. I'm never getting back in. Watched it go back to 10K. Watched it go to 14K. Watched it go back to 3K. It hit 20K again, and then they want, I'm finna buy some more Bitcoin right now.
Good luck.
Why?
Good luck.
What was the point?
Good luck. Good luck.
Come on, man.
That was the worst thing for me, especially as the price went up, as we started breaking 20K, as we started really hitting that.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to tell people to buy. I couldn't. Yeah. I don't ever tell people to buy. I just tell them, look, dollar cost average. Don't risk anything and win, lose, all that stuff. Man, that sounds boring.
Right.
Say less. This ain't for you.
Just hold it.
This ain't for you, dog.
Yeah, just buy it and hold it. Buy it and that's it. Just buy it. Dollar cost average. Make it like a bill. Like, hey, I got this $100 bill every month or something.
Make it date night. make a date
Right.
night, make a
Right.
this, that, make it, and just do that. They don't want to do that because they want, but you are never going to be part of the party when we're over here doing
Right.
the booty dance every day because the price won't stop going up. And you're over here like, you want to party with us? Then you got to be ready to take these drops, these stupid drops, these crazy drops.
The volatility, I mean, I keep letting people, I remember worse volatility than this in the last bull market. Like, you know, when I first got in, I had a similar story. Like, I got in right with the ICO boom, had a couple pops and was like, yeah. Then that thing said, whoop. I was like, damn. I got $500. What I do now? Like, it was like, man.
But it was the game. It was the game. You know. And now we got a new game coming. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole new game, a whole new hustle. DeFi. And that's just getting started.
DeFi and NFTs and insurance.
That's just getting started.
It's barely getting started. It's, man.
So I'm excited, dog.
Yeah,
but I just want to say thank you so much for, you know, putting me on your channel, asking me, you know, I'm going to bring you on the channel now because I got to, out of respect, get you on the channel, come through. I'm actually trying to get a couple of people. I'm trying to do like a big live stream with as many of our people as possible.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
And I got a lot. I know a lot of our people, and I'm just trying to do a live stream to sit down, talk, and just, you know, have people feel comfortable, because where else you gonna find a bunch of black people talking about crypto?
Yeah, good luck. Exactly. Good luck. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard.
Good luck.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, thank you for coming through. You know, everybody go ahead and check out the boy, Crypto and Culture on YouTube, dropping them videos whenever he feels like it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a good time over there at that channel. I enjoy watching it. It's always laughs. I'll be watching the channel sometimes, bro, and I'm like, what? What you talking about? And then also getting the knowledge at the same time. So y'all go check them out. It's real cool things over there. You know what I'm saying? Once again, thank you for coming on the channel, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate, bro. Thank you again. You know we got to stick together in this bit, and that's what we're gonna do. Because I'm gonna do 100K. See, I know I'm gonna see you at 100K.
I'll be there.
But I know you're gonna be here at 100K.
Oh, I'm gonna be there.
Doing the booty dance with everybody else.
Hey man, I'm gonna play. It's hella funny. I haven't showed people yet, but I got there's a techno song, bro. It's called Crypto. It's on fucking Instagram, and whenever the price pumps, I post that shit in the morning, just dancing, bro. It's like, send it to me. I want to play it right now, bro. Hold on. If I got time, I gotta play this beat, bro, because it is the funniest shit. But it's that feel good, I just made money in my sleep song. You know what I mean? Like, and literally when I post that shit, people be like, "Hey man, teach me how to do this." Watch, it's called Crypto, and it's by something called Purple Tokyo.
Oh snap! Did you send? Are you about to play it?
Play it. Listen, I'm gonna send it to you, but check this out. If you can hear it.
Something tells me I think I've heard it, but I want to hear it.
Listen, I wake up in the morning, but I'm like, I just made money.
Rolling out of bed.
Check my portfolio. Yeah.
That's even on the red days, I'm making money. What you talking about?
Right. I'm providing liquidity and farming and napping and all type of shit. Y'all don't even know.
But yeah, dog. But like I said, you can find me on Twitter at Crypto Kenzie. You can find me on YouTube at Crypto Kenzie. And you can not YouTube. You can find me on Twitter at Crypto Kenzie. You can find me on Instagram at Crypto Kenzie. And you can also find me on my YouTube channel at Crypto and Culture. And of course, you can find me in the comment sections of bruh's videos. I be in the comment section. Stop playing with me. I be seeing my name.
Be in there. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Well, like I said, thanks for having you. Till next time, y'all. Peace.